Okay, ngayon naman ituturo ko sa inyo kung ano ang remainder theorem, factor theorem, and rational root theorem. So, ano yung tinatawag nating remainder theorem? If the polynomial p of x is divided by a binomial x minus r, the remainder r is a constant and is equal to p of r. So, sa madaling salita, i-replace natin yung x by the value of r. Yung constant term dun sa ating divisor. So, this is an example. This is just by substitution method. Find the remainder when 5x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by x plus 2 using remainder theorem. So, kung before, tinuro ko sa inyo ang pagkuha ng quotient and remainder using synthetic division. Sa synthetic division kasi, yung last number sa third row, yun yung remainder. So, pwede rin yun. Ngayon, ito namang theorem na ito, yung tinatawag natin na remainder theorem. After you substitute the value of r to the value of x of the polynomial, ang sagot doon ay remainder. So, ito na ngayon. Find the remainder when 5x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by x plus 2 using remainder theorem. So, the polynomial p of x is 5x squared minus 2x plus 1. And the value of r coming from our divisor x plus 2, the value of r is negative 2. Meaning, we are going to replace all x here by negative 2. So, we have here, p of negative 2 is equal to 5 times the quantity of negative 2 raised to 2 minus 2 times negative 2 plus 1. So, this is substitute r in the polynomial expression p of x, and then we are going to simplify. Negative 2 raised to 2 is positive 4. So, we have 5 times 4. Then, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 plus 1. So, simplify further, we have 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. So, the value of the polynomial function when x is negative 2 is equal to 25. So, what does it mean? P of negative 2 equals 25 is the remainder when p of x equals 5x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by 2. So, when this polynomial is divided by 2, our remainder is 25 using remainder theorem. Ulitin ko, pag ang pinagamit sa atin ay remainder theorem, in order to find the remainder, magsasubstitute ka lang sa mga x ng value ng r dun sa divisor. And then, kung ano yung lumabas sa result, yun yung remainder kapag dinivide yung polynomial dun sa binomial na yun. So, this is just by substitution. Napakadali. Ano naman yung factor theorem? So, the polynomial p of x has x minus r as a factor if and only if p of r is equal to 0. Okay. Ibig sabihin, di ba kanina yung p of r ay remainder. So, if p of r is equal to 0, sabi niya, x minus r is a factor. So, kung yung lumabas mong remainder, nung ginamit mo yung remainder theorem o kaya nung ginamit mo sa synthetic division, ang remainder ay 0, then the divisor or the binomial x minus r is a factor of our polynomial. So, ito yung example. Paano ba natin ma-determine kung yung binomial ay factor ng polynomial? So, let us show that x minus 1 is a factor of 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 2 using factor theorem. So, sa factor theorem, i-apply natin si remainder theorem. That if the binomial x, if we have a binomial x minus 1, itetest natin kung ito ay factor, gagamitin natin yung value of r nito. And the value of r here is positive 1. And i-replace natin lahat ng value ng x noong polynomial by 1. So, we have p of 1 is equal to 3 times 1 raised to 3 minus 8 times 1 raised to 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 2. Simplifying, 1 raised to 3 is 1 times 3 is 3. And then 1 raised to 2 is 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. Then 3 times 1 is positive 3 plus 2. Simplify further. 3 minus 8 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Ayan, lumabas ngayon na yung value ng P of 1 mo ay 0. Ibig sabihin, yung iyong binomial na x minus 1 is a factor of 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 2 since the remainder is 0 or the value of P of r is 0. So, kung 0 yung lumabas, dito, nung itines mo yung r ng binomial dun sa polynomial ay 0 ay yung naging value. So, 0 yung remainder. This binomial is a factor of the polynomial. Kung hindi 0 yung lumabas, ibig sabihin, hindi siya factor. Ganun lang yon. Next, ano naman yung rational root theorem? A rational number P over Q wherein Q is not equal to 0 expressed in lowest form is a root of a polynomial function P of x only if P is a factor of the constant term and Q is a factor of the leading coefficient. So, para mas maintindihan kung saan nanggaling si P and Q, ito yung example. Find the rational roots of 10x cubed minus 17x squared minus 7x plus 2. Yung ating value ng P ay itong constant term. And then, yung value ng Q ay yung coefficient ng leading term. So, ibig sabihin, ang P over Q natin dito ay itong 2 over 10. Ayan. Ipa-factor natin yung P. Di ba yung P natin ay 2. Ano yung mga factors ng 2? Positive and negative 1 and positive and negative 2. So, yun yung mga possible factors ng 2. I-consider natin yung positive and negative, hindi lang yung 1 and 2. So, pati si negative kasama. And then, yung Q mo ay yung coefficient ng leading term, 10. Ano ang mga possible factors ni 10? So, 1, 2, 5, 10. Consider the positive and negative signs. So, we have positive, negative 1, positive, negative 2, positive, negative 5, and positive, negative 10. Then, dividing each P by Q, isa-isahin natin yung i-divide sa Q. Kasi P over Q yung ating rational root. So, 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. That's why we have here positive and negative 1. Then, 2 divided by 1 is positive and negative 2. Doon naman tayo sa over 2. 1 half. Ayan. Positive, negative 1 half. Then, positive, negative 1 P. Positive, negative 1/10. And then, 2 over 5. So, hanggang dun lang. Kasi yung 2 over 10 ay 1/5 na rin. Mauulit lang. So, ito na yung mga possible root natin. Rational root. Positive, negative 1, positive, negative 2, positive, negative 1 half, positive, negative 1/5, positive, negative 1/10, and positive, negative 2/5. Ay, anong sunod? Pag nakuha na natin yung possible root, i-apply na natin si synthetic division. So, kuha ka lang ng isa doon sa inilista mo na possible root. Select ka lang ng isa. Let's say, ang pinili ko na root doon sa inilista ko ay positive 2. Tapos, gamitin natin yung synthetic division, yung ating polynomial. Ito, 10x cube minus 17x squared minus 7x plus 2. Nilista ko yung coefficients niya. Then, itetest ko yung isa sa possible root natin na 2, positive 2. Bring down 10. Ayan. Times 2 is 20. Plus 17 is 3. Times 2 is 6. Plus negative 7 is negative 1. Times 2 is negative 2. Ayun. Lumabas ngayon ang remainder ay 0. So, kapag napalabas mo na 0 yung remainder, ang ibig sabihin natin, yung ginamit mo dun na root, ito, yung 2, siya ay root ng P of x. Ayan. Pero kung hindi lumabas na 0, yung 2, hindi siya root ng P of x. Okay? Kapag ang remainder ay 0, that C is the root of the polynomial. Kaya nga yung factor niya, pag sinulat natin, ganito eh. P of x is equal to x minus 2 factor siya ng ito ngayon, yung ating ating quotient dito, 10x squared plus 3x minus 1. Ayan. So, ito kasi, pag minultiply mo, ang lalabas yan yung polynomial. So, kaya nga they are factors. At ang remainder mo ay 0. So, here, in a factor x minus 2, the value of x is positive 2, and that is one of the root of your polynomial function. So the resulting equation, 10x squared plus 3x minus 1 will limit the roots to positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 1, to positive negative 1, 10. Ngayon, i-continue natin yung process kasi meron pa tayong 10, 3, negative 1. Ayan, 10, 3, negative 1. At dahil marami pa nakalista doon sa possible root, pwede pa tayong pumili ng isa pa. So dito, ang pinili niya ay 1 half. Then, continue natin yung synthetic division doon sa natira sa third row. Bring down 10 times 1 half is 5. Then add, we have 8 times 1 half is 4. And add, we have 3. So, hindi ngayon 0 yung lumabas. Ibig sabihin, si 1 half, hindi siya root ng polynomial. Now, nung tinest naman si negative 1 half. So, ito ay negative 1 half. Bring down 10 times negative 1 half is negative 5, then add is negative 2 times negative 1 half is positive 1 if we add 0. So, yung root mo na negative 1 half, siya ay root ng polynomial function kasi ang remainder mo ay 0. So, ganun lang siya. Ibig sabihin, using the last row in the synthetic division, we have 10x minus 2. To find the last root of the function will gives you 10x minus 2 is equal to 0. Ayun. So, 10x is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 10. We have x is equal to 1 half. So, yung roots ng 10x cubed minus 17x squared minus 7x plus 2 ay 2, 1 half, negative 1 half, 1p. Kasi itong mga values ng r na ito, pag sinubstitute natin dyan sa x, ang sagot ay 0. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung roots of the polynomial function is the 0 of the function. Because when we substitute those values, it makes the function equal to 0. That's why they are roots of the polynomial function. Ayan. So, yung exercises natin, ito, fill in the blanks, napakadali naman yan. Kompletuhin lang natin yung mga statements at itong mga ito ay lahat nandun sa diniscuss ko kanina. So, you just complete the statements. Etong sunod na activity, use the factor theorem to determine whether or not the first polynomial is a factor of the second. Put a check mark in the appropriate column. Then give the remainder if the second polynomial is divided by the first polynomial. So, anong ibig sabihin? Yung first polynomial, itong binomial, i-check mo, iti-test mo kung siya ba ay factor nitong x squared plus 2x plus 5. So, kanina tinuro ko sa inyo. Yung binomial, kukunin mo yung value ng r, isa-substitute mo doon sa ating polynomial. Kapag ang sagot ay 0, ibig sabihin factor yung binomial. Pero kapag sinubstitute mo yung value ng r nito doon sa polynomial at hindi 0 ang sagot, doon ka mag-check sa not factor. And then, ano ang remainder? Ayun. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung lumabas doon, yun yung remainder. Kung hindi 0, ano naman lumabas doon, yun yung remainder. So, kapag chinek mo si not factor, may remainder. Kapag chinek mo si factor, 0, ibig sabihin, 0 yung remainder. Walang remainder. Ayan. You just apply factor theorem by substitution. And whatever the value of P of R, that is your remainder. If the remainder is 0, then that is a factor. If the remainder is not equal to 0, then not a factor. Ganon lang. So, sana ay masundan at masagot ng tama.